Today we're doing something very uncharacteristic of this channel, and that is we are playing a meta deck. But before you start typing in the comments and ripping me a new one, I do have a couple of excuses as to why we're doing this today, but I still hope you guys can sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video, because this is my personal list that I use to grind to Mythic. Cue the intro, let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we are running mono white, and I know you guys are probably already looking for a way to click out of this video, but before you go, I do want to quickly say that this is the deck I use to grind to Mythic, so I'm hoping today's video could at least be a little bit interesting for you guys, so you guys can get a look into when I go a little bit more try hard. But there is a reason for me running today's list as mono white. The reason being that I got sick earlier this week, and on Sunday I took a test and I did unfortunately contract COVID. I am vaccinated, but still got COVID. So unfortunately I did get a little bit sick. I've been under the weather, fever, all the the whole nine. But yeah, I'm feeling okay now, but haven't been playing a whole lot of Magic as of late, so wasn't able to put together anything super creative. I know last video too, my demeanor was probably a little bit off. It's because I wasn't feeling good then and I didn't know. So today I thought, make it easy on myself a little bit. We'll just run the list that I used to typically get to Mythic with, and I thought it'd be pretty interesting because the rank did reset today. So I'll show you guys how I typically do it. When we get the rank resets, I typically pick this deck up and we go as hard as we can. So let's just talk about it real quick. There's not a whole lot to talk about. I mean, I'm sure you guys are very familiar with this list. If you're new here though, before I dive into it, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, find some value in today's video, you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button. It is a free way to help support the channel, and we are trying to grow to 5,000 by the end of the year, and I'd really appreciate that. We are typically a little more creative than these meta decks, but here we go. So we started off on the top, or the bottom end, with Usher and Stonebinder's Familiar, because Stonebinder's Familiar plays really well with those exile type spells, and we have a couple of spells that do that. We have the 4 of Sentinels. This card is going to exile you a card when it enters the battlefield, as well as every time it attacks, which is pretty sweet. But it does rely on the fact that your opponent or you are going to have something in the graveyard to exile, so sometimes it can be a miss, but it is a very nice pair up with the Familiar, especially if your opponent's just sifting through cards like crazy. We've also got the Elite Spellbinder as another way to exile your opponent's things. This does count as an exile because you are going into their hand, exiling that out, and it does count for the Familiar. Apologies. And then of course we have 4 Brutal Cathars. Brutal Cathar being a card that also exiles, but we get to take our opponent's creature straight up. And I run 3 Adelines on the top end for some hammer it home type of effect. A full playset of Thalia, because Thalia just is the game changer in this list. This deck used to get absolutely mowed over by Is It and things like that, and anything that ran a Doomscar or Sweeper of any sort. But Thalia has been able to get the job done, man, to protect you long enough to get your Spellbinder out and really take away those potential board wipes. And then of course we have the Luminar, because it's one of the best cards. We splashed in 2 Intrepid Adversaries. This will be another over the top win the game type card, as well as 3 Paladin class. This card right here is going to pump up your creatures, but it's also going to put a tax on your opponent's ability to play spells early as well. So we got a big tax here with the Paladin class. When it's your opponent's when it's not your opponent's turn, they're going to pay 1 extra, and then also Thalia makes them pay extra, and we've also got the Spellbinder. So it's going to be a really heavy tax deck. In order for your opponent to play anything, they're going to have to pay a lot of extra mana, which is never fun, and it usually gives you the time you need to smash their face. It's pretty straightforward. We're turning them sideways today, guys, and we're getting W's. That's pretty much how this is going to work. Again, yeah, I probably apologized way too many times, and it probably sounds annoying by the end of this video, but yeah, the gameplay footage is still pretty sweet. We got a lot of W's with this deck, like pretty consistently. It always does. This is the Swayze special, the Swayze Sweat special, and I hope you guys can enjoy this video still, and we'll see you guys here at the end for some final thoughts, and we'll wrap it up there, and then I'll see you guys hopefully tonight for a live stream where we will probably be trying to grind rank back up to mythic again. So you might see some more mono white, but we'll see you guys there hopefully. Till then, peace. All right, we're doing something today that I'm not super psyched about. It's completely out of my realm of comfort, but figured, you know, rank reset today. I'm getting over being sick and just didn't have a whole lot of time, so we're gonna go ahead and give it our best shot here, making mono white interesting. But we got a pretty okay starting hand here. I may need to cut back on the lands actually. Starting to realize I think maybe we're running too many lands here. I like to run more than normal, but still don't think this is great. We're up against Azorius, probably Azorius control, so I'm gonna just go ahead and just get some value out of our Usher here. Usher is going to be our saving grace here because they will Doomscar the board. That's definitely their Doomscar, so let's just go ahead and keep popping out these little 1/1s for now. And if they reset the board, no harm, no foul. We only lose an Usher, really, so. Field of Ruin, okay, so no Doomscar just yet. Might as well take this time to pump our Paladin class. We're only a minute in, and I feel like this game is pretty close to being decided whether we win or lose here, so. That's just how mono white works. This is what everybody does to get to mythic quick, man. This would be the list to run for sure. It's always nice too to actually play a list that's meta, you know. Let's put a stop here. I think we can boast if I'm not mistaken, and unless the end step doesn't count. Let me see. Nope, we can boast. Nice. They actually gave me that ability to boast there because we didn't have the second land until they cracked that fatal, or that fatal. They cracked the Field of Ruin. So they did have the Doomscar, which we knew. We knew that was going to happen. Another Faceless Haven is nice. Let's just put down the Usher here. Again, I'm just afraid of another sweeper. They do have 5 mana, so we're going to pass the turn. We could always pump the Paladin class, giving double strike. There's things we could do here. Faceless Haven can turn on as well. If I send it, I could potentially win the game next turn, but I could also get absolutely destroyed for playing that too many cards here, getting ran over. They're gonna curse me though, and spells with the chosen name are gonna have 2 more to play. So Adeline, all right, that's a good card to call out. I don't have one, but in my hand at least. See if they got an answer for this. Again, though, we can boast with the Usher, which is great news for us. They'll probably want to kill, obviously, the Faceless Haven if they have that answer. But no, they Faithful Mending. Interesting. All right, let's get in there for the 8. Putting them right at lethal. And we'll get that 2/2 out of it. And I think we're in really, really good shape here. I don't see how they can really get out of this. That does help. That does take care of the Faceless Haven problem that they have. Takes care of that. Still looking at 5 damage on board here. They're going to Faithful Mending for 3, which basically it comes down to, do they have a Fading Hope? Do they have a Fading Hope? We find another Faceless Haven, which is huge. I have a feeling they do have the Fading Hope. Otherwise, I don't know why they wouldn't have conceded by now. I'm still going to do it this way. Okay, no Fading Hope. All right, we got the W in the first game against Azorius Control. That feels really good. Oh, man. I'm sorry I'm playing this deck, guys. I really, really am. But I was down to the wire today. I apologize. Good news is we actually have a list now that you guys can just straight net deck, and I feel very confident about that. You guys can just easily go to take it to the ladder, get some easy wins. This is my how to get to mythic easy list here for sure. All right, we got another similar hand here. Never got to play the Sentinel last game. Never really became a relevant it never became relevant for us because we were against a player with sweepers. Is it? Okay, another weird list to play against though, because this one could have sweepers or it might not. It's up in the air. Cinderclasm does exist, and if they're able to play it, we could be in a lot of trouble here. But ooh, Thalia right into the elite spellbinder feels really good. All right, so they have a 2-mana spell here. Okay, thank God it's not Jawari. I was gonna say if it's Jawari, we're toast, but if it's not Jawari, that definitely means it's Cinderclasm. Okay, it's consider. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that. If I could just get this spellbinder off next turn, we're in really good shape. We'll be able to see their hand and hopefully take away their only sweeper potential. They play the land before the iteration hits, so they don't actually get all 3 cards. Or 2 cards. They only get 1. Nice. They threw away a Field of Ruin too. They're going to regret that. All runs Epiphany, Memory Deluge. There's the scoop. Oh my God. The only deck I actually feel good about beating is It Turns, man. Mono white makes me feel dirty, but when we beat It Turns, feeling pretty good. Yeah, I suppose this will be just a more of an I don't know what kind of video we can make this. I hope you guys stay tuned through the whole video, man. I really enjoy playing you know, mono white here and there just to grind with, and I hope you guys can enjoy watching. I know I'm really worried about what I normally put on this channel is usually more creative stuff, so when I play these meta decks, it's just gets me all up in my feels of nervousness, like, man, will they actually even stay and watch it? I'm not sure, but it's all good. I hope you end up staying and liking the content. What do we do here? Do we play Aspirant and then, because we don't want to get the 1/1 counter to the Usher against another Usher, and if we attack straight up, it's a bad trade for them. I might want to play the Stonebinder and then, I don't know, let's go and offer it. Let's offer the trade, see what they do. If they take it, that's pretty good for us because we get the 1/1 out of it, which is more value. All right, we're gonna play the Stonebinder, which is a bad creature to attack into for the Usher on their end. And then it gets bigger with the Elite Spellbinder next turn. I would have loved to play the Aspirant, but against Usher is not that great. Okay. They put their own Aspirant down. That's fine. Alright, let's go Spellbinders. See what we can hit here. Hopefully something good. They're a life gain deck. Huh. Alright, well, card draw is definitely out of the question. I do not want them to have any card draw. And now we've got better options. Let's do it like this, because I could block the Aspirant on the Aspirant on the way back with the Usher, and I could trade with the Spellbinder on their Usher as well. So we got options. We got options. This is fine. Hopefully they offer the trades, because I would definitely take them because we have our own Luminarch here that we can play. Plus Faceless Haven is not a bad attacker here either. Alright, so they are preparing to attack with the Usher. Interesting choice. I will make that trade. Oh, that's not a bad top deck. Don't mind if I do. That makes things a little more expensive on their end for the... what do we do here? Let's do this. That's an easy trade for them. I'm going to do it like this. This makes instant speed plays a little more expensive for our opponent, which is great. And pairs well with Thalia, especially in the control matchup. Alright, Clarion Spirit followed by the life gaining creature. This thing is so busted. This thing is so good, man. Not a whole lot of life gain in their deck right now though, except for this, which we kind of shut down, which is great. Alright, Usher will take care of that. Alright. This cost 3. So let's just do this then, and Pump everything up. Do we keep the pressure up? I think we do. I think we keep the pressure up, man. They have a better situation than us though right now because they have more cards in hand, right? And potentially life gain coming soon. But what's great about us is we have the paladin class out there, so we can pump that again next turn. And if we pump it again, this pressure that we're applying is going to get deadly really quick. So they might want to consider making some blocks here because of that, but let's just hope they don't run any exile or you know, fateful absence or anything like that. That would be pretty bad. They double block. Okay. I respect it. I respect that play, but that's a lot of value in this creature here that they're gonna get. So they choose not to now. Okay. I don't mind either way, whatever they decide to do there. So that's cool with me. All right, things are gonna get bad for our opponent here next turn. All right, they're looking to gain life. But is this really the only life gain they have? I mean, it's a pretty interesting style of play, but I don't know if I personally like it. If they attack here, the return on that, the retaliation attack is going to be bad. Yeah, they don't actually, so that's pretty smart on their part. And let's put the 1/1 counter where probably here. And I want to give it to this. Yeah. I probably could have distributed that 1/1 counter from the aspirant to the familiar there, and it probably would have been better. I'm not sure. I'm not sure because now they can trade the Voice of the Blessed with my Stonebinder for 1 here, which is, it's all right, but it's not great. I don't know what would have been the right distribution there, but all right, they're gonna take out the Usher instead. Fine by me. The Stonebinder Familiar continues to grow without the Luminarch's help, so I'm okay with that play. 6. Okay, so they can now play the Splendor. Well, they better hope they don't die before they get any value out of it. Because we do have the Faceless Haven coming down next turn to swing in. Things are gonna get crazy. They're trying to get that Voice of the Blessed. Ooh. Interesting. I think I'm gonna send it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna send it. Oh, and there's the scoop. They did not like Adeline hitting the battlefield. Yikes. Okay, well, we're on a roll though, which is good because those other decks I was working on just were not, they were not happening. So thank goodness. All right, I hope you guys are, you know, taking this in, man. This is a good list, man. It's obviously the best list I've played in a long time. With all this creative stuff we do, it's a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but if you want to win, this is the way to do it. I definitely don't think I can find I can bear doing the whole extra turns list if I ever do, you know, more meta decks. Whatever's like the hottest possible thing that's out there, I don't really like to play. And Is It Turns is just that deck right now. It just rubs me the wrong way. I don't mind doing the extra turns thing if it's creative and different, but not the way it's been done recently. It's just hasn't been great. All right, Stonebinder Familiar down, and that way the Elite Spellbinder next turn will go ahead and pop off and get both of these 1/1 counters. We go second though, which is not great against you know, a mirror matchup of sorts. Yikes, that's not good because we can't block any of it. Here we go. And ooh, we get a pretty good hit there. That's a pretty solid hit there. Both Stonebinders go up. We can't attack, obviously, but that Adeline is a problem as well. How do we handle this though? Because our opponent here has a Thalia, which has first strike, which is just gonna make everything so much harder. All right, they take the adversary, which does give us another spellbinder to pump our familiars again one more time. I don't think we're gonna win this one. I think going second pretty much doomed us. Pretty much doomed us. Man, yeah, there's not much we can do here, huh? 670. I guess we can just wait one more turn. We could take the damage slightly here. I mean, it's not ideal. It's just not ideal. But we get another Stonebinder. That's actually not a bad top deck right there at all. Not bad at all. And it's a Thalia, so it is a target we can hit. So these do get pumped. Love to see it. All right, beautiful. So now if we could just get the adversary in here in a couple of turns and get it, you know, pumped up one time, we could be looking pretty good here. Not much they can do as far as these attacks go. We have a lot of strong bodies out here now. I'm willing to double block all day now. Well, Adeline is still not an ideal block. It's really not. Still got to take out two of my familiars here. That Thalia is a weird block. Or a weird attack. They realized it. They realized it was a weird attack. Okay. Interesting. Trade. All right, they can only take out one familiar. Obviously, they're going to take out the... Oh, no, they can take out both. What am I saying? They're 6 power. 6 power. It's not a 4/4, Matthew. Come on. All right, well, we're okay. Thalia's still alive, so there's no point in them playing the other one. This is 3, 4, 5, 6 mana now. 2, 3, 4, 5. They are close. They are close. If they find one more land off the top, they can play this, which is going to give all their humans +1/+1. Has flying and trample too. It's a 4/4. I wonder though if they're gonna really try to attack here. They're highlighting their Lair of the Hydras, which is weird. Okay, that's probably the best possible top deck we could have asked for. From our opponent, that is. Wow, they attack. Doesn't seem like the right idea to me, but okay. They must have just forgot about the Faceless Haven. It happens, but Thalia's coming back down anyway, so I guess I get it. All right, I could go with, yeah, let's go with the adversary. It does have lifelink, so let's just do it. Next turn we'll get the yes, let's go ahead and start putting our own damage on. This is good. This is really good. We are actually turning the tables here, I think, slightly. Slowly, but it's happening, man. It's happening. I had no hope for this game, but starting to get some serious hope. That's annoying. That's really annoying. All right, we do get to take their chaplain from the graveyard, which is huge. There goes their card from hand. It does pump up our familiar again. But what's really unfortunate is I'm fairly certain our opponent here is going to take our familiar or our adversary. I'm not sure which one they would take, but whichever one they take, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. We have the Faceless Haven to block with, though, so I'm happy to make this attack. Keep the pressure on. Getting a little nervous. Getting a little nervous here. Okay, Aspirant, sure. Luminarch Aspirant. I guess it's better than them getting a land, though, because again, I can't deal with that right now. Thalia, sure. That does get through all of our defenses, man. That Thalia having first strike and just 3 power, because they're going to take the Stonebinder Familiar. Yep, they do take it. I do get it right back, but it's just frustrating that they're able to do that. That's a good card, man. It really is. Oh, our Faceless Haven gets the pump. I forgot about that. Let's go. Let's go, Advisory. Let's go. Or Adversary. Adversary, whatever. Hey, they scoop it up. They did not like that at all. They were by no means done, though. I mean, we had no cards in hand. We could have flooded out easily. Like, there are a lot of things that could have happened here. But they didn't take into account, just like I didn't, that the Adversary gave the extra 1/1 here, which shuts down Thalia, which you'd love to see. Ugh, this deck just makes things so much easier. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're looking for easy, this is it, man. There's a reason I literally named this deck Easy Wins, because it's just sometimes too easy. We should have won that last game. I feel like our opponent kind of helped us there with the misplays they were making. We did have some key spellbinders there, but they did not play that very well. We played pretty technically sound, though, I think, for the most part. All right, Luminarch's down. Let's go ahead and double down on the Luminarchs, I think, next turn, and just get some pressure going that way. They're mono green, it looks like. Okay. Nice. We get a land, which is super helpful. I wouldn't normally care too much about this, but they can get out an Asika's Chariot early. So I either need to steal that, which would feel like a complete waste, or I can Spellbinder. So I think I'm going to Spellbinder, making it more expensive. And then on top of that, I might steal it after. Stealing it, like I said, would have been probably a pretty big waste there, just because it's just not that big of a threat. So making the Chariot cost more, I think, is more efficient. They do have Blizzard Brawl, but it does not give indestructibility. Also, it doesn't give the +1/1, does it? It does not give the 1/0. All right, they take out the Spellbinder, which is the right play. Oh, wait, what? Oh, it's a snow permanent? Ah, I thought it was snow lands. Okay, this is a snow permanent, the Sculptor of the Winter. So it does give indestructibility. That's just unfortunate. Chlorohedron, sure. All right, well, you've officially annoyed me. You've officially annoyed me, my friend. Chlorohedron counts as a land, which is so annoying. The ramp is real with this deck. That's for sure. The ramp is so real. All right. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's just send it, man. We're gonna have to send it. If we're gonna have any chance of beating them, once that Chariot hits the field next turn, 4 or 5. If they hit a land, it'll hit the field. All right, we're gonna pump up our Cathar here. The only way Cathar dies is if they double block, which then they get back this, as opposed to. Yeah, it's not smart. That's not smart. Not smart. I thought it might be, but definitely not. My throat's starting to hurt again, man. Yikes. Only because I'm talking so much. It's being sick is annoying. Being sick is the worst. It really just zaps the mood. It's just like the last thing I want to be doing, like right now, is anything. This included. I feel so bad that we're playing this deck today, but at least we're gonna give you guys something, like I said, that you can tangibly take and ride off into the sunset with and enjoy, hopefully. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just pump our things and pass the turn so Cathar transforms, and then we will double down on these two next turn. And Stonebinder Familiar is not only going to get a pump from this hitting their graveyard, it's also going to get a pump when this flips back over and we steal the troll. And then we start going face, and our opponent's not going to like that. They can't attack either, which is beautiful because Old Growth Troll does not get big enough. It'll be a 5/5, but I have first strike, so if you want to dance, we can dance. They do not. Okay, wait, they do have a Floral Hedron. Didn't Blizzard Brawl really? They really had Blizzard Brawl. That's crazy, bro. Their one top deck was a third Blizzard Brawl. What do we do with that? Like, there's nothing we can do. We can't win against that. That's crazy. That's so frustrating. I'm trying not to get too mad because we've won a lot of games in a row, but that's just a little ridiculous. That's a bit ridiculous. And here comes the Seeker's Chariot because the Sculptor of the Winter's out now. So, man, we made a really sweet play there too. Like we got the Cathar transformed. Like that was gonna be a sweet play, man. And now they're playing off the top of their deck. Mono green is my old Mythic deck. That's my old list that I used to run to Mythic all the time. So it's bittersweet losing against us, but okay. Okay, well, it was destiny. It was destiny to get whooped. I mean, they're out of Blizzard Brawls though. They're only 14 cards into the deck, and they're out of Blizzard Brawls. So I guess that's a plus. And somehow we still have a board state of some sort of, I don't know. Oh man, it's ridiculous. All right, well, we gave double strike now to Adeline, so this could get pretty good for us, hopefully. It's going to be spitting out 2/2s, but even with the 2/2s, they're just going to die right away. All right. Do you want to try to contest with the double strike, my friend? And it has vigilance, which is awesome. All right, they do want to try to... Oh, they don't. Okay. That's gone. My 2/2's gone, though. There's not a whole lot I can do here. I honestly probably should just save us all the time and concede, but you never know. Like, if I concede and I top deck, I don't know, like a Brutal Cathar, I could steal this. And I mean, it could change things, but plus Cathar, I could keep transforming over and over again. So, I mean, it is an out. And it's not going to die because Blizzard Brawl, you know? But I have a feeling if I do get Brutal Cathar, it's just going to... Our opponent's one card that they just top deck is going to be Snakeskin Veil, so... And it's funny too, because when I run these mono green lists and stuff, and you run these types of cards like Snakeskin Veil and Blizzard Brawl and yada yada, that you constantly get screwed over with, like when you're playing against an opponent, they never seem to come. They never seem to work out for you, right? I don't know. I always end up with just all Blizzard Brawls and Snakeskin Veils with no creatures, or vice versa. All right, that's gonna put me down to 1, but I can't afford really to lose anything right now. These have trample. Big yikes, man. Alright, well, this will make Adeline bigger, which is cool. Doesn't help that much, though. That's crazy. That's their graveyard. Alright. Familiar gets bigger. Adeline gets in for an attack. Adeline's threatening lethal, so they're gonna have to block with the Floral Hedron. And they do the 4/4 on the 2/2 again. Sure. This time Adeline stays bigger though because of the other creatures that I played this turn. It does go to 5 toughness though, which is not good. Because it gets ran over by these oddities. So do I even block the oddity with it? Or do I just use it to refuel my board state? It's tough. It's tough. I don't know if I can stop all of this. I'm pretty sure we're just going to die here, but I'm going to try my best here and see what we can do. All right, so 5. Nope, not enough. Not enough. Which is why they swung all. They've already done the math. Good stuff. All right. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Oh, my legs. My legs. My legs. All right. On to the next one. Well, 4 Blizzard Brawls. I mean, what can you do, right? What can you do? I want to say thank you guys so much for staying with me this whole video, man. I really do. If you guys can hear my voice, obviously, thank you so much for being here. This will probably be the last game, but yeah, I really appreciate that, man. I know watching people play meta decks might not be the funnest thing in the world, but for new players too, it could be good, you know? Could be pretty solid for new players if they're looking to just try to figure out what to play and stuff. This is not a bad choice. All right, we're up against Is It, and we are definitely susceptible here to getting Jawari disrupted, so I'd rather be this than Thalia. I know that sounds weird because both cards are really, really good here. But if we're going to get Jawari disrupted, I'd rather it be Luminarch. All right. Thalia's coming in next. And then now we can start to put some heat on them a little bit here. And then once Thalia's down, we can hit them with the Elite Spellbinder next turn. And it's going to be good. Thalia makes their unexpected windfalls more expensive and yada yada. So looks like they're going to try to kill it though. Spikefield Hazard for 2. Delicious. Delicioso. All right, well, they missed the land drop. That feels good. Divide by 0. Divide this, pal. Unreal. They grabbed the teachings, which is not great because we have more cards, or we have less cards at the time than they do. All right, so we're gonna do this now. Probably smart that they divided that though, because we would have taken their Alrund's Epiphany, which they were just able to foretell just now. Okay, thank you. I actually really appreciate that. All right. All right. That does make their teachings available. No land. Oh, they got the land. Just hoping to lock them out there. Thundering Rebuke. Okay, well, they're gonna allow me to take their teachings, which is awesome. That's really big. And we full send here? I think we do. We gotta just slam, just absolutely slam them with pressure here. I don't really care, do I? I mean, they could be running Lear, but I doubt it. Oh my god. The top deck is a unexpected windfall. Why not? Why the heck not, right? They got something at instant speed. Why not? All right, these are all foretold, right? All right, I'm going Brutal Cathar. Like I said, I'm sending everything. Send the entire team. Plus, we don't want to make their teachings any better. So let's go ahead and just slam everything here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, they can't cast their second Alrund's Epiphany, so it's gonna have to be teachings or the card in their hand. Of course, it's a great card. All right, cool. This whole thing is going downhill somehow. We get the nuts, and somehow it's going downhill. All right, well, man, what do I even do here? I think I do this. And this. That way next turn, we pump everything up and it all gets juiced out of their minds. go. All right, they're at 7. Please tell me no answers. 3, 6. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They could have cast an Alrund's Epiphany there, but now they can't, right? 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, they can't anymore. Should have done that. I don't know why they didn't cast the Alrunds there. Maybe they were hoping the iteration can get them something better, like maybe they have a Cinderclasm in the deck. If they top deck the Cinderclasm here, that would be pretty hardcore. But no, they just divide, which is still good enough because they Galvanic iterationed it. All right, so they are able to pop for 2 divides, and they're going to gain 2 life here off of the Environmental Sciences. So that puts them out of range for lethal, right? I'm sure it does. Okay. All right, well, if we can't kill him here, let's see. 4. I do this for 3. These comes 3, 4, or no, 3, 4, 5. Can I? I don't think I can. Because if I activate this, 1, 2, 3, activate this, that leaves me with 3 mana. But if I do this, then I can't actually attack. Oh, man. All right, well, in that case, oh gosh, I played that wrong. After all that thinking, I still played it wrong. I should have played the Stonebinder Familiar first. In that case, I'll do it like this instead. All right. Here comes the mascot, I think. Could be the Alrund's Epiphany, then the mascot. Sure. Our Brutal Cathar can take something, which is great. We did kind of force their hand too. I mean, they're not doing great. It's just they're not dead yet either, which is frustrating. All right, we're definitely taking the 4/4 here. The Warrior Disruption. I mean, yeah, we'll pay for that all day. All right, and starting next turn. I mean, swinging all here is... I think that's still the play. If they want to be rude, we'll be rude. All right, so as long as our opponent here doesn't top deck some crazy stuff like Alrund's Epiphany back to back to back, we should be okay. Nice. Nice. We beat Izzet turns, and not only that, our opponent was salty. You love to see it. Good game. Good game. Oh, I love taking out Izzet turns, especially when they're like that. Tell me your go. Get out of here. All right. Let's go ahead and close this up with some final thoughts. Peace. That's gonna do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I can't stress enough how weird it feels. I think it's just because it feels weird that we're playing you know, mono white on the channel. It just does. The channel is more for like my creativity side and putting out fun videos. My try hard side is more for the stream. I mean, even on the stream we play more creative stuff. Obviously we don't really ever play meta, but I don't know, it just feels weird. I play meta, obviously we try to get to mythic with meta, so I hope you guys can get a little insight on this is, you know, Swayze's deck for running up to the mythic. So I hope you can enjoy that, and I don't really have a whole lot at the end of today's video like I normally would, as far as like things we would change. The deck's tried and true and tested by millions of people every day, so I'm pretty sure I'm happy with where it stands. Our version of it, I think, is one of the better ones that you can run. So personally for me, it's tailored to my gameplay, and I really like it a lot, and I hope you guys do as well. If you've made it this far into the video, as always, I want to give you guys a huge shout out and thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, because it helps the algorithm a lot with my videos and pushing them out to more people. So thank you so much for that. And yeah, if you're part of the Mardu mob, man, thank you guys so much for being part of the Mardu mob. Huge shout out as always at the end of every video goes out to my Mardu mob. They are the membership program here on the channel. They support the channel financially through a paid membership program every single month, helping this channel grow monetarily and helping us get to our, our future goal of going full time. So huge shout out to them. Means the world to me. And if you guys want some added perks and benefits to your account as well and become part of the Mardu mob today, you can do that by hitting the join button next to the subscribe button, and then you can hit the link in the description below if you don't see that join button. But that's gonna do it, guys. Like I said earlier, we've got the live stream tonight. Hopefully we'll see you guys there. Hopefully I'll feel a little better. I am recording this on a Tuesday, so technically I should feel a little better tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for bearing with me this week, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We'll see you guys tonight or on the next video on Friday. Till next time, peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah.